You are.
Right, welcome to the call. Sunday the 3rd of June. So I think Kirsty wanted to lead today, so I know we've got a few plans, what we're going to cover and what we're going to discuss, but I'll let you take the lead, and if anyone wants to jump in and add anything, feel free to. So.
Yeah, definitely. Feel free to join in with anything that we're talking about, really. So this week we thought we'd talk about how your bodies have adjusted to the new way of eating, because obviously we're kind of 3 weeks in for most of us. If there's anything that you've kind of found that agrees with you eating, something that maybe doesn't agree with you, or anything that you found that you kind of track and think, okay, that's better. I mean, I'll kind of kick it off with what I kind of find. So at first I was using my fibre-filled carbs as fruit all the time, so I kind of totally knocked out the brown bread, and I usually only have one piece of it, a piece of toast with peanut butter, but I kind of knocked that out in favour of having the fruit because I prefer the fruit. But I did find that I was having issues with going to the toilet, best way of putting it. So when I look back through my tracker and could see that's what I was doing, I added in the toast with peanut butter instead of a fruit, and I found that worked quite well for me. That works better for me with being able to go regularly, really. So has anybody else got something that they found?
Go on.
Sorry, go on, Chris.
I find that I do need, like you said, real sort of fibre-filled carbs, whether it's like sweet potato or something like that. Otherwise, I just get too hungry. I need that sort of substance really to keep me going. The fruit's okay. I have fruit sometimes in the morning instead, or sometimes I have oats and fruit as my fibre-filled carbs. But if I just if I don't have something more filling, then I struggle.
Yeah.
So I'm in a similar boat when it comes to that.
Yeah. I think, I mean, I found this week that I think I was very much doing the recipes that she suggested, by having like a Shakeology in the morning, and then maybe having, or just a Shakeology, and then, or maybe doing the banana egg pancakes and fruit. But I've actually started to have like quite a bit more at breakfast time, and it hasn't actually affected I haven't gone up in weight. I've been very much plateauing still. And interesting really, that doesn't seem to make a difference to my weight really. And I only have the toast in the morning. I don't have it any other time of day. But I can even have like 2 pieces, and you know what I'm like, I absolutely love bread. Yeah. So I'm quite pleased about that really, that I can still manage to, that's actually a really real positive for me. And I find also, I think I said last week that I was finding that having drinking so much water, I wasn't really feeling the need for a hot drink, but I've tried to have quite a few more hot drinks this week, which again helps the regularity of going to the toilet.
Yeah.
For me.
I think it's finding what works for you, isn't it, really? And if that works for you, then that's great. Carry on doing it that way. What works for you doesn't always work for somebody else, and vice versa. I know, Sarah, you said to me this week you'd gone away on holiday. You'd only got a pound, and you lost that pound again, which I was so impressed with, because you went away for 3 days.
I know. I was a bit anxious about thinking of not being on the scales for 3 days, and but no, I mean, and we went out on the Monday, on the last day on the way home, we went to not out for dinner, but we went to someone's house for dinner. So you don't really have a choice so much then. You can't really choose what you eat from a menu. It's kind of put in front of you, and there were things like yummy potato salad and like pasta salad, and in the evening time, and I was like, oh, but I still had like loads of water, and like I say, only gained a pound, so I was really pleased with that. But I still have plateaued a lot this week. But I do think with me, it's still the toilet issue. But I'm quite encouraged by the fact that Alana said on her week 3 video that your body is still is adjusting, and I'm hoping that I'm going to lose loads of weight in month 2.
You are, and she does say that in her video. She says that first month really is you're learning what you like, what your body likes, and your body's adjusting. It's a bit of a shock to the system with some, you know, things. And it is, you know, it's just changing things up, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you're doing really well.
I tell you what, Sarah, the water's made a massive. I have fallen off the wagon this week, Kirsty. I have confessed to Kirsty.
She has. She's back on it tomorrow.
But
though,
from tomorrow, I'm back on it, and I know what I'm doing workout wise. But Sarah, the water has made a massive difference to me. A massive difference. So I don't know how much you're drinking and whether you're doing what you should be doing on the waterfront. But that has made it. And I eat a lot of mixed beans. You know, like beans, legumes. That makes a huge difference as well. On the toilet.
Yes, maybe I need to increase that. I do feel I have had loads of water, but I am just constantly running to the toilet, and if I'm out, I'm a bit worried about drinking too much and I need to then go to the toilet. But I do still feel I'm drinking loads, but I find I wake up really thirsty. So I think Kirsty said about increasing my water intake in the evening, because I think when it gets to sort of 9 o'clock, I think, I've drunk all my water, but still probably need to keep drinking till bedtime.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that does help, because I've always been like a bit of a stay in a habit of drinking a hot drink in the evening. You know, that was always been what I had, a hot drink in the evening, water during the day. But I have tried to kind of alternate them now. So I will literally stick my water bottle next to my cup of tea. So I'll have my cup of tea, and then after that, when I kind of fancy something else, instead of another cup of tea, I'm drinking the water. Kind of almost like forming a habit, isn't it, really? Of
it is, yeah.
You know, of doing something a bit different. And if it's there, you'll reach for it. I mean, I found that, everyone knows what I'm like with organisation. So this is my go-to bag that I take everywhere with me. I got it from Aldi, but they sell them everywhere. And I put an ice pack in, and I take my bottle of water literally everywhere I go. Everybody's used to me doing it now. I went for coffee this morning, one of my friends, and walked in with that, and she didn't even blink. She was like, yeah, that's normal for you. But
that's really useful to know, because again, we went to the Crocky Trail one day this week with some friends, and I was like, oh gosh, I've forgotten to bring my water. You know, I brought my water, but then I hadn't got extra water, and you can't really ask things to be filled up, so I shall definitely do that next time. Yeah.
So put a big bottle in, and then your 2B Mindset bottle in. Make sure you put loads of ice in your 2B Mindset one, because then it, takes a while to melt. And I put some ice packs in, and then literally, like, one of those will fill 2 bottles of your 2B Mindset one, as well as what you've already got in it. So if you're going out for the day, you're sorted. And it is just literally, you just hook it on your arm and off you go. And again, it's just forming a habit. I literally have it out next to my handbag, and it just goes with me every day. What about you, Tak? Anything?
Yeah, I've noticed that, just like you, just swapping out the hot drinks in the evening, it's quite nice to have a cup of tea and a biscuit after dinner. So instead of doing that, just swapping that out with green tea or hot mint tea, or hot lemon tea. So it's really just swapping out, just pouring water, but instead you're just having a nice hot drink to go with a hot meal at the same time.
Yeah.
But with regards to the meals as well, I think it's really made a difference, because my portion sizes are quite a nice size plate. So Elena talks about having a plate 7 to 9 inches big, and not, going OTT with it, especially if you're doing exercise like I do as well. But I find that if I'm having a 7 to 9 inch plate for dinner, 75% of it is vegetables, 25% of it is protein. That's quite filling in itself, and I've not really been too hungry afterwards, and I think it's really satisfied that hunger. Actually, I don't feel as if, right, I need to eat more and more. I'm quite full after eating that, so I think that's worked out quite well. So just getting in that mentality, which I suppose it's done its job, because it's making me more conscious about how much I should be eating and what percentages I should be eating in the evening, and that's worked out pretty well, to be honest.
Yeah, that's really good. I mean, I kind of like had a little bit the other way when I first started it. I'd been following the Time Nutrition, as you guys know, so I was eating every 2 to 3 hours, and it was small portions but frequently. So I kind of was out eating every 2 to 3 hours, but when I was doing my main portions for breakfast, lunch and dinner, I probably wasn't having enough, and then I was getting hungry and thinking I need to put a snack in. So this week I've really tried to kind of make sure that I have enough in those meals to satisfy me, and then not feel that I need to eat 2 hours later. I find that's worked much better for me this week. But it did take me a while to get out of the mindset of eating a different way and having that bigger portion rather than using the containers and being very stringent with that. It's kind of like training yourself to do it a bit differently, but it's worked a lot better for me this week. I've had a lot more energy and stuff. I know, Jill's here. Hello.
Sorry.
Jill was saying to me that she works out in the evening, so sometimes she feels like that she needs to put a bit of a carb with her dinner. And I know we were chatting today, weren't we, Jill, and saying about, I said, well, sometimes if you do work out late and you really do feel like you need that little bit of an extra carb, like have it, track it, and see if it affects like how you lose weight. Because like Sarah said, she could have those couple of pieces of bread for breakfast. You may find that if you've done a hard workout and you just, put a small amount of carbs in, that it may, not have that much of an effect on you, and you can afford to do that.
Yeah, I've been dropping a carb at lunchtime sometimes to see how that worked, and having it at the evening instead, and that's been pretty successful. So it definitely found that easier, because I work out late at night as well, sort of normally around this time till 10, depending, on everything.
What do you have any workout, Chris, when you finish?
What do I have when I finish? I tend to, depends on the workout. If I've done cardio or something like that, I don't really have anything, but if I've done weights, I do have a source of protein, so either a protein drink or some Greek yogurt or something like that.
Okay, so that's worth trying. You could maybe try that rather than, you could try the carb, but then maybe on another day you could maybe try, a shake or some sort of, some Greek yogurt or something like that, and see if that helps, makes you feel better.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Because in some senses, I only have my tea after I've worked out, you see, just because that's how I've always done it. Yeah. Just for the fact of, so maybe I need to have my tea earlier without the carbs and then just do that instead. Like, for example, now I've just finished, so I'll have my tea now. But I have to say, the last couple of days, even though when I've done this 21-day fix, when I've had a bit of carbs, the scales have been okay, but I haven't had, I haven't had a whole, it's a potato, but not a massive potato, it's, so I'll just see how it goes, Yeah,
absolutely. Track it, see how it goes and see what works for you. That's what it's all about. That's what I like about Tubi, really. It isn't really a set way for everybody. She gives you the advice, but there can be certain things that you can do and track and see if it works for you. That's the main point of it, isn't it, really? Well, that's good. And what about sleep? Has anybody noticed any change in their sleep since they've been doing it?
I sleep better.
Do you?
When I'm doing it.
So you slept bad this week?
Yeah, I have. No, honestly, I have slept better, and I do feel better in myself, a lot better. I feel a lot more awake in the mornings, a lot more focused. So, but I have been, because I fell off the wagon last week. Sorry, Gillian, I have fallen off the wagon last week, but
it was your birthday, wasn't it? You were allowed to, and Rob's, wasn't it? So you're allowed to. Got to live.
It's been a nightmare, but I do feel rubbish when I'm off it. So I know that I will feel better come, by midweek this week. I'll feel an awful lot better.
Yeah. No,
I agree with the sleep thing. I've noticed that my sleep is a lot sort of deeper somehow. I think I do wake up to go to the toilet in the middle of the night, but I go straight back to sleep. So yeah, and I feel I tended to have a bit of an afternoon lull, but that's a lot better, I think, because of the water. I feel much more energized.
Good. Good. Excellent. What about you, Ty? Noticed any difference with sleep?
Just the same, really. I sleep pretty well anyway, but I tend to get up pretty early. I definitely go to bed not feeling bloated, which is great. And yeah, it's a really weird feeling actually, because you do feel really full but not bloated, and I've not really had that, for quite a long time. So that's pretty decent. So I'm pleased about that.
Good. Fab. Has anybody tried any sort of different recipes? I will share with you my one that went wrong. Well, it didn't go wrong. It turned out nice. But I did the courgette one with, the noodles with like prawns and stuff. But what I didn't realise was when you cook them, they do let off quite a lot of water, and I made the mistake of not draining them before I tipped it onto my. So I had to rescue that one, which I did, but it was really, really nice, actually. I was quite surprised about how filling it was, considering it was courgette. And I have to admit, it's one vegetable that I don't particularly go for because I don't particularly like. But when it's mixed in the recipe that Alana did, I thought it was really good. So has anybody maybe done a recipe that they thought, I'm not going to like that, and it was really nice?
Yeah, I tend to cook with...
Sorry,
go on.
I was going to say, I did that, is it cheesy toast for breakfast? Kirsten, I mentioned that to you, I think.
Yeah, you did.
That is really nice, and it is so filling. I'm absolutely full to the brim after that. With the water, that makes a massive difference. So I'm fine, if I had that before work or something. So that's a really good one. You like that sort of thing. You put hot sauce on it, it's really good, really good.
Hot sauce within spicy sauce?
Yep.
For breakfast?
For breakfast, yeah, of course.
That's really why you're so regular, that's all I have to say. Okay, I'll try that one. I've not tried that one.
It's good.
Very good.
I was just going to say, Kirsty, with the soggy courgettes, give it a go. Really heat the pan up really hot. Wait until you get some good heat from the oil, so you can see the pan, sizzling, and then chuck in the courgettes then, and then that'll cook really quickly, but you'll avoid having that sogginess, and then you can start chucking in everything else. So that's a bit of a good tip.
Thank you. I'm going to try that. Excellent. I won't have soggy dinner then. Excellent. You've made some nice ones this week, Chris.
Yeah, my pizza was amazing. I'm not going to lie. Never tried it before. Seen people do it. I expected it to be a disaster. But yeah, it was really easy. I think the key is to make sure you cook the cauliflower base properly first. And then it's a simple thing of just chucking sauce, cheese, and whatever you want on it, and pop it in again for another sort of 12 minutes. So it's dead easy. It doesn't obviously taste quite like a pizza, but for what it is, I've had worse tasting pizzas that you paid for, sort of thing in a restaurant. So
gives you a bit of a fix, doesn't it, without having to go totally off plan, I suppose.
Yeah, I nearly had it 2 days in a row, but then I thought, no, you're being ridiculous, Chris.
Have an overload of it.
Yeah. So that's tomorrow night's dinner.
What about treats? Has anybody kind of experimented at all with, having treats and track them and see how they work?
I still love the Wonder Whip, but I have kind of held back a little bit. I was going a bit mad having it like every night, I think, last week, but I don't think I've had it this week actually at all. I quite like to have Greek yogurt with just a few little bits of like high protein cereal.
Yeah.
I've got like a Jordan's nutty one. That's quite nice, and I do like the popcorn, my popcorn as well.
Popcorn's a good one though. It's quite low. It's great. It's a better one to have.
Yeah. Those are mine. Yeah.
Okay. And have you found that it's affected the scales really?
No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't affected the scales, which is really encouraging. Yeah. I think as well, I've been for treats or snacks, I've been just like using like lots of vegetables, just like chopping up, like carrots are really sweet at the moment. So just, I mean, like we had a barbecue last night because it was my dad's birthday, and my brother bought like a cake round, and I just didn't fancy it at all. No. And, and the bread as well, I just thought, no, I don't want the bread. I'll just have the salad. And so I think my taste buds probably are changing. Quite a bit. So I felt quite proud of myself with that. And I'm going to try the turnip fries. I've bought a turnip and I'm going to try the fries, but I've not done that yet. So
they're really nice.
Did you
season them with them?
Have you made them, Jode?
Yeah, I've made.
What did you season them with, Jode?
Just salt and pepper, but I gave them to the kids and didn't tell them what they were either, and they thought they were absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, right.
They were really, really nice, but it's hard to use turnips sometimes. That's a problem.
Yeah. Use a white turnip rather than a Swede.
Yeah, no, it was a turnip, not a Swede.
That's what I've got, yeah.
But they're hard to get hold of this time of year, so they're quite expensive but they were lovely. They were really nice.
All right.
I suppose it makes you feel like you're having that bit of the carb in the evening as well, psychologically, so worth a go. I might try them.
Did you parboil them first then? Did you parboil it first or not, the turnips, and then put them in the oven?
I did, because sometimes they can cook too quickly on the outside and they'll still be rock hard on the inside. So but they were lovely. They absolutely wanted them all. There wasn't enough to go around, but try them. They were really good.
It's good when the kids like something as well, isn't it? 'Cause
Yeah.
you don't feel like you're separating everything all the time.
Yeah. It was nice. It was good. And I've tried those. I did burgers the other night, turkey, and seasoned all those bits and pieces, and they absolutely love them. So that worked really well as well. Instead of using lean mince, I used lean turkey, and that was really good.
My two love burgers. I them and I put some salsa on top.
Yeah,
and quite like that as well. So they're not too dry. One thing I did find is I didn't mix enough egg in with it when I was making them once, and they were really dry. So that's definitely one of the things to do, isn't it? To mix enough egg in. And actually, I mixed some of the salsa into the mix as well.
Did you?
Stops it drying out.
Yeah, no, that's good. I'll try it with it. I'll try and mix that in there, see how it tastes.
Yeah, see what it's like.
Yeah, the turkey mince is pretty good from Lidl because it's always in stock and you just get enough mince as well. But there's a great recipe from Joe Wicks as well, which I pretty much use all the time with lean turkey mince to make the turkey burgers. And it's really nice and juicy as well. It doesn't dry out at all. So basically all it is just throwing in a couple of tablespoons of fish sauce, a couple of tablespoons of sesame oil, chop up some coriander, and chop up some spring onions, just make it into a patty. You don't need egg or anything like that, and it's really, really juicy because the sesame oil gives it that flavour, but it keeps it nice and moist as well.
Well, that sounds fab. Maybe you can post that onto the page tags.
Yeah. Will do.
Fabulous.
Yeah, because oil, I think as well. I mean, I tend to use olive oil, but I do have coconut oil in the cupboard. I know Alana uses some coconut oil, doesn't she? I'm not sure how much difference that makes to different recipes in terms of the scales.
Yeah, I think she's quite open to using different types of oils and things, isn't she? She's obviously talked about them using things like that as accessories, so it's not having anything in excess. But yeah, she seems to cook with a few different types of ones. I know I picked up a few when I did my initial shop.
Yeah.
So it's worth experimenting a bit with them, isn't it? Cooking with different ones, seeing.
Yeah, she talks about it in the accessories video. I was watching that again this weekend, and it really does surprise you, like what you can use and what you can't use. She's pretty open to a lot of different oils, so she's got a whole basket full of them there. So yeah, do check it out if you want.
Definitely. Well, I used to use the I don't know if anyone else did, but I used to use Frylight.
Yeah.
And that is a nightmare to cook with because everything sticks to it and it just doesn't work the same as oil. So as soon as Alana was talking about the different oils and stuff, I was like, yes, I'm not going to use Frylight anymore. I have used, normal oil when I've cooked my foods, and it's been fine.
What do people use in terms of butter, margarine as well? Because again, you think you should be using something low fat, but I do like a little bit of butter, and I don't think it seems to make a lot of difference on the scales either. Yeah,
I'll use the unsalted butter, but I don't generally use a lot of butter for anything anyway. In a lot of cooking, you might use it for a bit of for the omelette, but generally you don't use too much, and I don't think it makes a hell of a lot of difference. We're using a teaspoon at most to just butter your pan.
Yeah.
Sarah, what have you been using butter for? Confess.
Well, when I have my piece of toast in the morning, which I still have to have for my toilet purposes, my wholemeal
butter on toast.
Yeah, I do like my toast. That's the only time I use it, actually, because I tend to use olive oil for my cooking. So
yeah, that's fine then, isn't it? I think you've got to do things in moderation. As long as you're not putting a massive lump of butter on every single meal that you're having, it shouldn't have too much of an effect. And again, track it, see if it has a lot of effect, and if it doesn't, then days you can have a bit of butter on your toast.
Yeah.
That's what it's meant to be. Is it's meant to be laid back and working with your life and being able to have. There's nothing that she says. There's nothing off limits. It's just how much to have of certain things, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like butter. I'm fussy, as you all know, and I just don't like the taste of it. So if I have anything, I have like wholemeal toast with a bit of peanut butter on it. That's my one. So, has anybody got any goals maybe for the week ahead?
Yes.
Go on. Oh yeah, come on, Jane.
To actually stick to what I'm meant to be doing.
Very good, very good. Have you
laugh then?
I'm with you. I've had a bad week as well, so
I've had a bad week. Birthdays, it's a nightmare. But I am. Kirsty will know now. I have committed to Kirsty, so I will be on it now.
She will. You're good. And to be fair, you know, we're all human. We're all going to fall off the wagon. It is going to happen. The point is that you pick yourself up and you get back on it. It's not failing if you do it again, is it? If you get back on and go.
But I need to knuckle down. And once I'm on, so I have already set my alarm for 5:45 tomorrow morning to do my exercise before I go to work. So it's already set.
Are you doing the Lift 4 workout?
I'm gonna do that week of Shaun T we spoke about. Oh no, there was a preview thing, wasn't there? We spoke about.
Yeah, there is a preview tomorrow. But if you want to do the Shaun T, you know.
No, I'll make a decision tonight. I might do because it's 7 days of Shaun T's week, isn't it? So I might do. Actually, no, I might do.
Actually, 5. Is it 5, Chris? Have you done it?
5 workouts, but I think the calendar is 7 days.
The calendar is 7 full days, isn't it?
Okay.
That's right. So I'll probably be a stone lighter by this time next week.
You might be 5 stone lighter. The hard workouts.
You probably won't recognise me.
Now, such good workout. My go-to ones.
I'll show you my muscles next Sunday.
Good girl. Anyone else? Any kind of things for the week ahead?
Yeah, I'm the same. I've had a rough week. My meals have been on point, but my snacking's been all over the place due to like kids being off and going camping and eating cookie dough and stuff like that. It happens.
You're not meant to confess to that.
Sorry?
You're not meant to confess to that. You meant to say your body's temple.
Nah, I live in the real world.
We're all human. I knew when I saw Chris at the Food and Drink Festival, and as soon as I saw the cookie dough stand, I thought he'll fancy a bit of that. Cookies are your thing, aren't they?
Did
you take a pint?
No, I didn't drink anything. I was good.
No.
Well done.
That was good, but I just need to focus this week. I'm starting a new training schedule and everything, and I just need to cut out the naughty snacking. So, and
what are you doing?
I've put together a schedule for a men's only group that I'm running. So we've got a 6-week program of all different programs piled into one sort of thing. So every workout's different for the whole 6 weeks. Running up to the launch of Lift 4, so it'll just run nicely, to be honest. So,
okay.
So yeah, I'm going to be doing workouts I've never done before, so that'd be nice. Try and see how it goes.
Yeah, it'd be good. I think it's great.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Anyone else? What about you, Jill? Have you got any thoughts for the week ahead?
Yeah, I'm going to keep on with the 21-day fix because I've done 3 days so far and I've loved it. That's why I look really terrible at the moment.
You don't. You look like you've had a good workout, which is really good.
I've been to the food show today. Never at a thing. Just took my water, but panicked because I needed the toilet, and that was a bit. But the loos are okay. Just drink more water. Continue with the exercises. And you can still have peanut butter now and again, can't you? On your morning of a piece of toast, can you? Yeah.
No accessory, you can use it.
Yeah, and I'm just hoping with the sleep with me, it wakes me up to go to the bathroom in the night. That's the only thing because I'm drinking so much. But it's the only thing. So yeah,
I think possibly it's time. Your blood will get used to having a bit more. It will adjust to it.
Right. It's this mindset thing.
Fabulous. Right, so we're going to talk about the To Be Star of the Week this week. She's actually not, but we'll talk about it anyway. Yeah. So the To Be Star of the Week is Cassie this week. I don't know if you guys have all seen how much she's posted on the To Be page. She's done loads of different recipes, but she messaged me a couple of things that she'd done this week. But she's really kind of, from Monday, she's like really kind of knuckled down and really got into it, and she's taken her psychology everywhere. She's been drinking all her water. She's been trying new recipes with her little ones as well. She's just done really, really well this week. So we've decided to have her as our To Be Star of the Week this week. And Chris, Tack, anything else you want to cover?
What was that, sorry?
Anything else you guys want to cover?
No, I think that's it for the week. Obviously, sorry, go on.
So isn't the app coming out tomorrow?
Yeah, so the app launches tomorrow. I'm not 100% what it's going to be, but I've heard it's better than planned, according to the reports recently. So they may have added a few extra bits than what they originally had, because originally it was just, a simple app to track your meals. But apparently they've integrated it so you can also use it to interact with the Beachbody Tracker app as well. So we'll see just how it works tomorrow. So it should be interesting and exciting, and hopefully.
Sort of link to that then. Will we get a link to it, or?
Yeah, we'll share it in the group.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's only available on iPhone, I think.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
If you go on the App Store on your iPhone tomorrow, you should be able to just search for it. So if you just search for it under To Be Mindset, it should appear. But I don't know what time specifically.
You should be able to see all the videos as well, shouldn't you, from it?
Yeah, you can watch all the videos and everything as well. Sorry, yeah. But I'll pop a link in the group so you can easily download it straight from there rather than messing.
Great, thank you.
Before we go, I'm just going to say hello to Adam, who is one of our new coaches. He's joined us just to see what we're all up to. So,
I'm on mute.
Go on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I thought I was on mute, so I've been talking about stuff. So no, I've just come on to have a nosy, just to see what you're going on about. So.
No, that's good. Welcome. You can see a bit what we're up to.
Well, I know what you do anyhow because I've spoke to you about it, but the others that I don't really. I'm not very good on social media. I've only just started on Facebook, and so it's just me having nosy, seeing what's going on, and
well, we're here to support you, and any help, you're welcome to follow our pages, use the, copy sort of similar posts and what have you that we use to sort of help each other interact and grow and everything. So
definitely, we do everything as a team, so you're not on your own.
No, for those that don't know, I'm not on Facebook as myself. It's because I'm a teacher. My identity is different on Facebook, so
I believe
if I do come on, I've
added you.
Yeah. So it is a different name.
That's all right. We'll let you off. Well, thank you everybody for jumping on. Been a fab call, and as ever we are here to support you, so if you've got any questions that you think, I didn't ask today, or I wanted to mention something, feel free to message us anytime. That's what we're here for, and continue sharing everything because we're loving it. It's just fab. The
more you share in the group and the more you comment and the more you get involved, the better and more successful the group will be. So we sort of encourage the sort of posting and sharing and interaction.
Definitely. And we've got 2 new ladies that are starting tomorrow. So I'm hoping that they will probably jump on the call next Sunday. They can have a watch of this recording this week as well. So we've got new people kind of joining us all the time. So it's fab for them to jump on the page and see what we're all up to as well.
Cool.
Well, have a fabulous Sunday, everybody. Well, what's left of it. A good evening. And we'll catch up next week. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Cheers. Thanks. Bye.